Ladies and gentlemen, telling a magic trick like Robert backstage and Ruth, these DJs. The scientists at Creation Con, Creation Entertainment, went into the lab, took some ingredients, put them in the test tube, shook it up, because they knew that the one thing missing from the Creation lineup was we were woefully deficient on adores, on things that were adorable. The things you just want to pick up and squeeze and put in your purse and steal. They solved that problem by creating our next panel. Ladies and gentlemen, the adorable romantic stylings of Ruth Connell and Rob Benedict. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I realized is that we got to create, Rob and Ruth, we got to create a celebrity couple name for you guys, and I came up with it. I took part of your name and part of your name, and it's Ruth.
Writes itself.
Can't write that shit, except we do. Bye.
Nothing makes any sense, does it? Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. It's very humid in here.
It is a bit humid.
Are you all sweating like me? Or is it just a hot flash?
Well, I'm
Too young for that.
Yeah. It's almost Ruth's birthday.
Speaking about young,
Yeah.
speaking about...
Coming up this Thursday, but you've done a witchy spell so that you're aging backwards.
That's right. And I've got a painting in the attic or something, is that right? What are you laughing
I don't know. What is that?
at? Well, you have Dorian Gray, you have
Oh.
the painting in the
Okay.
attic. And so it ages, but you don't.
She's she plays a witch on TV. In real life, she is a very what's the word? Like if some
Woo-woo,
no, that, but like if you really do.
spiritual,
Yeah, but you can also kind of tell when things are coming. Kind of
psychic,
you have a little bit of psychic.
or just a woman.
Well,
You know, when you're like, I think this might happen, and men are like, whoa. You're like, yeah, foresight. We have foresight, they have thought.
Anyway.
Is that too rude too early?
What I was gonna say is that sometimes I'm like, hey, make it so that this happens, and you're like, I'm not really a witch, and you're like, put a spell on me so that.
I know. So good things happen.
Yeah.
Good things did happen. We had a good day yesterday.
Yes, we did.
I put my witchy vibe on New York yesterday. I mean, not that New York needs it, because it's kind of fabulous, right? Do you all love New York? Or is it like New Jersey versus New York? Is there a thing? No. Okay, good. You're not Scottish, then it's not like Glasgow versus Edinburgh.
Or Scotland versus Ireland, is there that?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
That's a rumor start.
Oh, okay.
No, we did a bit of shopping.
We did do a lot of
We went to
shopping.
see a show.
Oh, sure.
And we went to see Jessica Chastain in a doll's house. And the really cool thing about that is she's on stage at the beginning for 20 minutes, kind of looking out to the audience. And as we walked in, Rob and I got walked to our seat. And the lovely usher walking us to our seat was like, I don't mean to make things awkward, but I really love Supernatural. And so I feel like as she was saying that and we were getting sat
Jessica's turning around in a circle, like she's on a circular stage, and she's kind of going like this.
and it happened right in front of Jessica.
Right when she was like looking sort of in our direction.
And I feel like she thought we were like minor celebrities.
Which she probably didn't. She probably didn't see it all.
No, I think Jessica Chastain was impressed.
We sat down and we had a whole story like, wait, she totally saw us. She totally saw us.
She totally
caught
saw
that.
She saw it.
She was like, who are you?
So that made my night.
Yeah.
And it was a really good play.
She was like, who was that other redhead?
That's it, she was like competition.
With what's his name?
Hmm?
I'm just saying, she probably talked to you, but I was like,
No, she thought you were very handsome.
She did?
Yeah.
Wow, cool. You heard it here, folks. And
Jessica Chastain thinks Rob Benedict handsome.
wow.
Okay. Hello. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
My name is Leah. I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, hi.
I guess my question was, do you carry any crazy items around? Because I carry a kazoo in my bag. I don't know why.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know why you carry a kazoo.
See, if Loud and Swain plays Medicated, you can join in.
That's not crazy. That's smart. You're disorganized.
I've got these bracelets that I'm collecting. I always carry them around.
It's got more jewelry than me. I have
Um,
one bracelet. I mean, it's really nice, but
that's the only sort of thing I've always sort of.
you've got 49 bracelets.
49 exactly.
49 and a half. There's the one that broke.
And this one that you gave me this morning, this one number that you gave me.
Yeah, the hematite.
Yeah,
It's magic. See, it's magic on your wrist.
right. I went like this, and it flew off and almost hit
Hit somebody in the
Rich.
face.
Almost hit Rich in the face.
Oh well, next time.
I know. Next time I have to aim a little bit to my left. So yeah, I guess for me it would be bracelets. What do you carry? You've got
I carry so much.
so many things.
Wow.
She's got a stone underneath her pillow. It's weird. Whenever I make the bed, I'm like, what the hell? Oh right, she's got a weird rock under her
Well,
pillow.
Lisa Berry sent me it, so do you all love Lisa Berry? So I get this little casket, a mini casket in the post, and there's this little stone inside it's like labradorite or something, like a green labradorite. And inside it was a letter, and it's been passed from woman to woman to woman for certain, there's a certain little secret magic in it, and I'll pass it on to someone else.
You've kept it for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's time we maybe pass that on. Someone else needs that
But
stone.
I don't carry that with me, that's just something I have.
I thought it was so you could sleep better or something. No, it's like a wish.
I'll maybe tell you later.
Okay.
I carry so much with me. I have one of those handbags. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no end to the strange things that I carry. And I have tooth flossers. I may well have a crystal. I'll always have some chocolate, maybe half eaten.
Yes. She loves, she hoards
A
chocolate.
piece of broken up makeup.
There's pieces of chocolate all around my house. I'll be cleaning it, I'll pick up a lamp, and there's just a wee bit of chocolate. Just a piece.
Whereas the thing that gives me comfort about that is that Richard says the same about JC.
There
So
you
I
go.
feel like it's normal. Who doesn't have chocolate stashed all over their house? Anyone?
If we ever get
You
robbed
know?
by a chocolate fanatic, they're
What's
gonna be
wrong
like,
with you?
she's a normal person.
So I don't know. I don't know what the strangest thing is.
You have a lot in that bag.
I do.
Yesterday I was like, oh, and I took my belt off because it looked funny in my pants. So I said, can you hang on to the belt? Oh, you can look like, don't know if you got room. You got so much. You have the biggest bag in the world.
But I did look after your belt.
You
All night.
did.
You're
You
welcome.
did. Thank you.
I don't know what the strangest thing is.
Well, the
What's
stone,
straight?
all the stones and the
I feel like
chocolate.
there's something I'm not remembering.
And hair clips. You got hair clips up the wazoo.
Clips, pants, knickers. That's knickers to you. Always have a spare $20 note folded up somewhere. Yes, ladies know, so you can always get a taxi if you're stuck. Something like that, right? Maybe we should move on from what's strange in my bag. I'm scared in case I give away something too weird.
You had me at pants.
Pants. So if I say pants, you think, what is she saying? But when you say it, people know you're saying pants.
Pants.
Pants. Pants. Pants.
My name's Christine. I want to know what's your favorite memory from set?
My favorite memory is shooting Don't Call Me Shirley, and just really being able to work with Curtis Armstrong, who I've always been a fan of, and then getting to play Fairly Well at the end of that episode. It was just so unique, and I'd never done anything like that before, where I get to play a song live and have everyone sort of stop and watch me like a mini concert or something. And I was super nervous because, like, you know, again, I'd never done anything like that before, and it was just a special thing. I always feel like that episode was like almost like doing a one-act play or something. And
You did the song in one take, which is really cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really cool, emotional, and I'm so happy the way that all came out, because it's kind of emotional too when you watch it. And so yeah, that was a great memory. That and honestly getting to work that season 11, I got to do some really cool stuff with some great actors, and getting to work. I had one scene in particular with Jensen and Jared where, I mean, those guys just never fail to impress me in terms of, you know, season 11 of a show that's been on for 2,000 years, and they're bringing their A game in terms of acting. They're just not phoning it in. I remember a scene where Dean was like, he's basically upset because he's like, where have you been? If you're God, where have you been? And I'm like, I'm not your father, Dean. And but anyway, he was like, why don't you have the camera on me first, because I want Rob to see sort of what I have in mind. And he starts crying. And I was just like, wow. I mean, not only is it impressive when you're acting with someone like that, it also causes you to bring up your game. Like, all right, well then they turn the camera on me, like, I gotta bring it to match where he was, you know. It's just so impressive. And same with Jared, like, they're just so good. So that scene in particular really sticks in my head.
On Don't Call Me Shirley, okay, I'm presuming a lot of you have the box sets with the DVD extras. That's my favourite, you know, when they chat over the top and they say what they think of the episode. That's my favourite one of that. Like, you and Curtis did that so well too.
That was fun, and Robbie Thompson.
Who
wrote it,
yeah. It's my favourite. I love listening to that one so much. I can't remember.
Oh, come on.
No. When people ask me that question, I have like a Rolodex of the greatest hits that flicks through my brain.
For sure.
So it's not my favourite moment, it's just a moment that I really enjoyed. So Jared and Jensen were really good at this. Television, there's a lot of pressure usually for time. You know, time is money, literally. And it was quite near the end of an evening and maybe a tricky day. And that's when tensions can run high and things get tight and stressful. And pizza came out for the late evening snack. You know, if you're on a 14-hour day, if you're there long enough, they will bring out a warm snack in the evening. And I could smell pizza. I was in the shot, and I was like, when you're running on coffee and fumes. And one of the 80s was getting a little bit like, you know, cracking the whip. And Jared was like, you want pizza, Ruth? And I was like, I really want pizza. And Jared stopped filming and walked me over to the pizza table and made sure I got a slice of pizza, and it was delicious. You know when it's like the food and the circumstance makes it taste like the best thing you've ever eaten. And so then we went back and we finished the shots, everything got done, and it was just like, I think Janet does that a lot, where there's a reminder of the person and people are what's important in any given situation, as well as getting the job done. So that's a favourite memory I have.
You know, Richard and I do this podcast, you know, rewatch podcast of the show called Supernatural Then and Now. We're really having a blast rewatching the show, really watching it for the first time. And we talked about it the other day, like, the show, it relies on Jensen and Jared, and also through Jensen and Jared, Jensen and Jared created this atmosphere, and Misha created this atmosphere that when guest stars came on the show, they created this atmosphere. They treated us so well which a lot of times being a guest star is really tricky. You go in and you feel awkward and uncomfortable. It's like the first day of school, a new school or something. And they go out of their way to make you feel comfortable, and I think it...
Sorry, I'm really distracted by the people over there at the door. What are you chatting about over the door?
Uh-oh.
Do I need to come over there?
You're in trouble. Trouble with me.
Sorry.
Anyway, so they create an atmosphere where the guest stars can really shine. And I think that really is the key to the show.
Yeah, I mean, Misha not so much. I mean, no, that's a joke. I love Misha the most. The best. Sorry.
Sad news today in Hollywood. Ruth Connell slanders actor Misha Collins. Convention.
Misha's the first one I swore at, and that's when you know you're truly friends. Do you know what I mean?
In
It took me a
Scotland.
while before I said.
In Scotland, that's like I love you.
Exactly. It took me a while longer to swear towards Janet and Jensen, but Misha was quite quick. Very quick.
It really is. It's different. I'm getting used to the Scottish culture, and you know, I come from a very sort of like sensitive, emotional family, and I'm always, if ever I say something to Ruth that's very sweet, like, I don't know, you look great today, and she goes, right. So we have to take the trash out, and hey, I love you. Yeah. Okay. So the dog needs to be fed, and we don't even have a dog. Right, I know, but anyway, so. Am I wrong?
We're a hardy people. Hello, what's your name? Where are you from? What you want?
My name's Michelle, and I'm from Maine.
You're
And
from Maine? Oh,
yeah, 6 hours we drove. But I have some relatives in Scotland, and I was just wondering, where are you originally from? Like, where were you born?
Yeah, I was, so if you get the map of Scotland, it's really hard.
And you fold it in half.
It's really hard to.
I'll do it for you.
Oh my god. So if you get the map of Scotland and you fold it in half, and you fold it in half again, and you open it back up, and there's the middle point, that's where I'm from.
My relatives are in Inverness, and they were born. It was actually my ex-mother-in-law, but she still loves me, and so she flies us to me, my daughter, to
Oh.
Scotland in the summer.
Invershnecki, you call it. That's quite far. So this is the thing in Scotland. If you work an hour away, you move house. In America, you drive 10 hours and like, okay, it's the weekend. You know? It's a different thing. So Inverness to me is really far away, but it's only 3 hours, but it's like a really different place. It's fun.
Town called Scourie is right.
Gowrie.
Yeah, and it's right on the water, and like it's like less than 100 people live there. And it's
Wow. There's so much of Scotland that I've not seen. I mean, I've been to like Hawaii, but not, the Isle of Skye. So I really want to do more and travel around. We would like to do that, wouldn't we?
She grew up halfway between Glasgow and Edinburgh.
yes, I think
On a farm.
Bonnie.
In the middle of nowhere. It's the UFO capital of Europe also. Are any of you interested in UFOs? Who said no? You watch Supernatural.
So, can you say the name of where you're from?
I'm from Bonnybridge.
Bonnie.
High Bonnybridge. It sounds bonny, but it's a wee bit tough.
Scotland kind of reminded me of Maine when I looked at the map, because
Maine-
because the upper portion of Maine is called the county, Aroostook County, and it's like, it's huge. And then the map of the roads, if you look at this roads, the roads get finer and finer as you go up, and the Scottish Highlands, it's the same way on that.
We go to Maine every year, and Maine reminds me of Scotland. I think it's on the same latitude. I think it's got the same
We
colouring.
go to the other side. We fly into
Bangor.
Bangor. Yeah.
You say Bangor. I say Bangor. We fly into Bangor.
Right? Yeah, Bangor is in Wales.
That's right, yeah.
You have to do it.
It makes
Yeah,
sense to
really.
me. It makes sense.
Thank you.
Hi. Thank you for your chat.
Hi.
My name's Delia. I was wondering if you guys like watching the stuff you've acted in, or is it weird to see yourself on screen?
Both. It's weird, but I always feel like I have to do it to sort of like kind of clock what take they used and how I did. Sometimes I'm like, oh, was pretty good. And sometimes I'm like, ugh.
Sometimes you're like, use the one where I stuttered, but it happened to be the one where there was no problem with the light hanging over your head.
It took me a while. Early in my career, they used the takes that were like, I stuttered, I messed a line up. Because, again, to them it was a perfect take because the rest of it was all fine. So you really have to look out for yourself as an actor. And now I know better. If I mess up a line or it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, I'll stop and go back. And then they can't use that.
That's the right thing to do. Because of my theatre training, I still find that so hard, and I power on.
You power through it, even though you
And it's like
exactly.
so pointless.
Exactly.
Mark Shepard is the best at stopping. He really like controls his performance. The most I've ever seen anybody do it.
Yeah,
He will mess up a little bit in order that you can't use something he doesn't want.
Yeah.
It's very Mark Shepard.
Yeah, very Mark. But yeah. But now I have to. I'm better. But yeah, when I first started, it was like theater. You're like, you have to go on. Anyway.
I am scared to watch myself because it makes me self-conscious. And we have finished filming Dead Boy Detectives, which that's the show I've been filming up in Vancouver. That's in the Neil Gaiman universe. If any of you are interested in Neil Gaiman.
Created by Steve Yockey, who wrote for Supernatural.
Yeah, and there's a guy in it called Richard
Speight directing.
Richard Speight Jr. I don't know. And he's currently on the black market offering me footage that I could perhaps watch. And I'm scared. I'm scared to watch it because I don't want to get self-conscious. And part of me wants to watch it with the audience for the first time and experience it the way you experience that, you do that. So I don't know, what should I do? Should I watch it? Okay. Don't tell anyone at Warner Brothers. Okay.
Thank you.
Did we answer your question? Oh, that's good. Okay, hello.
Hello. So if Amazon were to offer you a dump truck full of money to make a movie or a streaming series, what would you create?
Thank you, Amazon. Do I have to create a series?
You could do a one-off comedy special or something.
Yeah, right. So, okay, I got all this money from Amazon. We're gonna make a show.
I mean, I know what I'm doing, but
Okay.
am I in your show?
Yeah, you're in my show.
I'm in Rob's show.
My show
So,
it's Chuck and Rowena
on the road
spin-off. We're on the road
in Scotland,
in Scotland,
finding the roots of witchcraft.
finding the roots of witchcraft. What it is that Chuck is no longer God. He's got because Alex took God out of me, so now I'm just a loser. And Rowena appears to me, and she's like,
You're still my guilty pleasure.
yeah. Oh man, Lucky Chuck. It's called Lucky Chuck.
Lucky Chuck and Roro.
Lucky Chuck and Roro.
Hit the Highlands.
Hit the Highlands. And yeah, it's just I'm kind of a loser, and you're like, come on, pick yourself up. Let's go. And there we are, just spending money.
Drinking whiskey. We're going on a whiskey tour. We're going on the trail, and yeah, it's like a docu-series.
/ romance.
And there's the highlights and the lowlights.
And a lot of romance.
A lot of romance.
Romance. Yeah, so the romance, a little bit of comedy. It's
Some horror,
some horror.
especially when you get to Inverness.
I thought you said hotter. Horror.
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 And yeah, so some horror. It's everything you loved about Supernatural, plus
Without Jarrington.
without Jennifer.
But Misha will guest star.
Nisha will guest star. Alex Calvert might guest star too.
Alex has already offered to come
This
over.
guy, yeah.
And Jensen loves Scotland, he would. Jared, he's busy, but we could try.
For sure. We'll try everybody.
Okay.
Except Rich, he can't come to this one. He's gotta earn it. He's gotta earn it. It's gonna be so fun. Thanks, Amazon.
That's great. I'd watch it.
Yay.
I do have a little thing that I'm. It's still.
Oh yeah, what's your idea?
I'm still trying to finish writing it. Let me know if you would watch it. It's based in Scotland. It's my grandmother's story. Her name was Ruby, and she was the only woman in the Scottish Football Association. She ran a football team for 30 years. And she was really tough and verbal. She was very verbal. She was good with the insults. And would you watch a story about a woman like that?
There's a lot of interesting stories about her. Like,
It's so much. She's a real character. She was a tartar, and I would maybe play her. Maybe if I leave it long enough to finish it, I'm old enough. But yeah, I'm actually trying to write that with Lisa Berry. We're trying to finish the script. We're about 8 pages in. It's taking a while. I'm not a fast writer. It turns out writing's really hard. Rob's really fast at writing. He's really good at writing. So you've got a film script you're actually writing now too. That I think's really great.
yeah,
Based on.
yeah.
Would you watch that?
Based on real stories, kind of around the stroke and recovering and all that. Yeah. But yeah.
So if any of you know anyone at Amazon, just like let them know. We do actually have 2 ideas.
3.
3 now, 3. I forgot about was it
Lucky Chuck and Roro.
Lucky Chuck and Roro hit the Highlands.
That's right.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My name's Allison. I live up in West Milford, New Jersey with my horse, and he ties into this.
Oh.
So every year I create Halloween costumes for my horse and I. They're matching. So do you have any suggestions what I should do this year?
So what kind of costume can he wear?
What color of horse is he?
He's a white Mustang,
Oh,
and
wow.
we have done it all. He's been a Titanic, he's been Hamilton, he's been a leprechaun.
Wow, I was just going to go for like a unicorn and like stick a horn on, but you're a different
We
level.
were Beetlejuice and Lydia.
Oh
so
my God, that's
anything.
amazing.
I think you should do Lucky Chuck and Roro. You could be Roro with a red wig, and he could be Lucky Chuck.
Let's think about that for a sec. I mean, fine.
You're very fast on your feet.
Yeah.
And
Let's
you
see.
could give it a beard. You could give it a beard. Your horse a beard.
Be the horse of beard and have him be Chuck. That's kind of
And a
okay.
plaid, some kind of like plaid shirt.
Okay.
And it could hit the Highlands.
Yeah. Oh, I think so the horse is white.
Yes,
Wow, that's amazing. What a beautiful horse.
he is, yes. On
Um,
Instagram, Xander the Mustang.
wow, there you go. I suppose a ghost is like this kind of too. Yeah. All right. Since he's white, I figured. Ooh.
You could go with no. I just went really weird.
Oh, you could do like Scooby Doo, where you're like Daphne and he's Scooby Doo.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Because I could see you as Daphne, and he's an animal, so you could easily be Scooby Doo.
Okay, I want to explain what I'm about to say.
Uh-oh.
So, you know, Pedro Pascal's having such a moment, and then I thought about Narcos, and then I thought about white and cocaine. So I feel like you could do something from Narcos.
I could try.
Or like Cocaine Bear. You're the bear and he's the cocaine.
That makes no sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Pick something more wholesome than I said. Hello.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and my question is, if you were to create a color, what would it look like and what would you name it?
What the heck? How is that? Is that possible? Is there a color that hasn't been created?
I've thought of this.
Okay. Okay.
I like when things are iridescent and two-tone. So that
Okay.
could be a color.
What do you call it?
Merlala.
No. Really?
Merlala.
Marilla.
Yeah, Merlala.
Marilla.
It's a bit like Merlot, and it's like burgundy and green.
Oh, okay.
Merlala.
Well, at least it's easy to say. My color would be the color of fear. No, would
Like
be.
a yellow? Like a mustardy, pooey yellow?
Oh, No.
Yes, I think you're yellow.
Yeah. But Pooey threw me off. I'm looking at this thinking that's a great color.
That's Merlala.
No, okay.
It's purple and green mixed together. See, Merlala.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with the yellowish blue. It's like a yellowy blue. It's yellow into blue.
I prefer Merlala.
So is it green? And it's called green. But it's spelled Green. It's different than green. This is green. Eh?
How'd you spell it?
Green. Green.
Like the person's name, green.
I don't know, it's just the color. It's yellow into blue, so it's green. That's it. What's your color?
It's called Royal Lady, and it's a mixture of royal blue and purple because back in like the 1800s, royalty used to wear purple, and then royal blue is just, it had royal in the name.
I mean, I get out of the purple.
And if you look at the different, if you look in different lighting, it would be like one light would be purple and one light would be blue.
Like iridescent.
Yeah, kind of, and then one light would be the mixture of the two, so kind of like a Bruce color, but.
You should patent that before somebody else.
Patent?
Patent it.
Patent.
You say tomato, I say tomato!
You should patent it.
You should patent it. In your pants.
She says things. Yes, ma'am.
That's what she said.
If you say so. Sometimes it's hard to hear what she's trying to communicate, and I get scared because she doesn't have a lot of patience for when I say what. And the other day, I was hungry, and she's like, "Well, we've got rashers downstairs." And I was like,
No. First of all, he was like, "I'm hungry. There's nothing in the fridge." And I was like, there's rashers. There's rashers in the fridge. That was
I said, "What is that?" She's like, "What? We've got
like,
rashers."
a rasher. And he was like, "What's a rasher?" I was like, "Oh, you're kidding. You're actually kidding me on right now."
And okay, at this point, it's flop sweats. And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I don't know what it is."
I'm like, a rasher of bacon.
A rasher of bacon. Thank you.
Hands up, somebody. Thank you.
Yes,
We
so
heard a rasher
rashers
of
means
bacon.
bacon.
A rasher. You thought I was saying rations or something.
I never knew that. Didn't know. It's very.
It went from like 0 to 100 pretty quick.
Oh, you're trying to tell me you don't know rashers? What's next?
And then it turns out 90% of people here are with you, so.
What's
Maybe
next?
it
You
was
don't
me.
know what a patent is.
It's a patent. It's a patent. Patent.
Hi.
Hi, sorry. Hello.
Alright. I'm Tegan.
She's from Australia. She lives in Australia.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So throughout Supernatural, we got a few episodes that were told from like different characters' perspectives that weren't Sam and Dean. And I know we kind of got this with Chuck and Don't Call Me Shirley, but if you could have had an episode that was told like entirely through your character's perspective, what would you have wanted that to be?
I would love an episode that was Chuck's origin. Like, at what point did Chuck become God? When did he become God's vessel? I'd love to, and what was he beforehand? Like we got with Misha. I haven't seen the episode yet, but I'm excited to. When we get to sort of see his, what his vessel was, Jimmy.
We just, because Rob's doing the rewatch podcast, it's on in the house a lot. And I just, for the first time, saw the bit where Misha says to Jensen, "I'm the one that held you tight and raised you from
Yeah, we're going.
Gripped you tight and raised you from perdition," and his big wings come out, and I was like this is really good.
It's great. And Jim Beaver says, "Family don't end in blood, boy." I was like, "Go ahead."
Look at that! What? There it is.
But yeah, I'd like to see that.
Misha looks so young there, man. He's had a hard life since then. But he's looking very buff right now.
He is, he's very buff.
He's looking after himself very well right now. He looks younger and younger all the time. He's reversing it now. He went one way, now he's going the other.
What would have been the Rowena POV episode?
Two ideas came to mind. One that I've always talked about, which is, I think there could be a series, not just an episode, but where you go back into Scotland in 17 whatever and you see her the roots of her witchcraft and the whole thing about how they burned 40,000 women at the stake in Europe. Was, go into all that and go to Scotland and the real herbalism and
how she survived all that.
yeah, and I would love to do that flashback episode. I would also just really like an episode that's like a day in the life of Rowena. And she's just like in hell, just sipping pink champagne, having somebody paint her toenails who's had their toenails pulled out, or you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Just like a simple day in the life.
Nice. Something for the family.
But nothing really going on. Just a day in the life.
My second idea would be, at the end, they were going to do an episode like this and then they didn't. But when I'm destroying universes, seeing some of those like me traveling to those other universes where everybody's green, or you know what I mean?
Or like in Everything Everywhere All at Once, like Jared and Jensen with those fingers.
Like that. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool episode. There's Chuck's different universes and Jensen, Dean, and
The world where everyone's squirrels.
where everyone's squirrels. Exactly. Let's see that. Yeah, like Everything Everywhere. Exactly.
Yeah. That would be a really good episode of Supernatural. If they were still going, they would do that, wouldn't they? Like the Scooby-Doo, they would do an Everything Everywhere All at Once episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We didn't just answer your question, we answered your question 3 times. We're sorry.
Hi, my name's Hope. This is for Rob. I was really excited you were going to be on Lucifer.
Oh,
And I
cool.
loved you on it. But was Misha your accent coach?
No, why did he have to do a French accent?
No, your accent was all I could see was Misha teaching you to do that accent.
I thought your accent was so good.
No, I had an actual accent coach, but obviously I'm not French, so I just did the best I could.
You were really, really good, but it startled me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's hard when you know how someone really talks, I guess, and you see it.
You were really good, and I always like to see you guys in anything you want to do.
Where and when did Misha do a French accent?
Oh, please. I don't know if Misha's ever done an accent that
Oh.
can actually be defined.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I thought your accent was very good.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm from Middletown, New Jersey, and my question is, if you could do a crossover episode of Supernatural and something else that you've acted in, what would you choose that crossover to be?
I mean, it's such an obvious thing for me, right? But I would do Supernatural with Dead Boy Detectives, because then I could be Rowena and the night nurse at the same time.
And there's kind of some similarities.
No.
Well, they're both Scottish.
They're both Scottish. That's the only similarity. Maybe, yeah, they're both feisty in Scottish.
I would do crossover with Supernatural and the movie Waiting. Where Chuck is
Chuck's
God.
a waiter.
He's a god, but he's a waiter. And he has trouble peeing in public. That's his Achilles heel.
Think what you could do to all their food. In a nice
In a
way.
good or bad way.
Magic in everyone's food, and suddenly it's like fillet steak.
That's right.
And it was just a burger.
The movie lasts 5 minutes because I'm just blow everything up.
Hi, my name is Kylie. This is my first convention.
Aw, welcome.
Thank you. I love seeing both of you in the Winchesters, and I'm hoping that in a second season we see you both again. But I'm wondering if you've heard of the Chuck One theory, and Rob, if you would be interested in pursuing that, playing that.
Tell me what it is.
So I'm probably not going to explain it that well, but there's a theory that when Jack inherited the god powers, it's still really that Chuck persona, and that it's kind of corrupted him. And seeing Alex play Jack in the Winchesters, he's in that white suit, he says some of the lines to Dean, and it's a little suspicious. Is that really Chuck? So I'm wondering what your thoughts on that are.
Yeah, totally. I didn't know that was the name of it. Yeah, I have heard that, and I'm all for it.
Season 2.
Maybe, man.
Yeah, save the world from Chuck Jack.
Exactly.
And Rowena helps.
Yeah, will you write it?
I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I always like the idea of at the end of Supernatural, everything happens as it happens, and then it's just me with the big book shutting it. I'm still sort of in charge, even though.
Yes, my love. Just like you are in the house. Okay. Oh, he's fine.
I was wondering, if you weren't God and like Rowena, what would you guys be doing right now?
Acting on something else, I guess.
That's such an interesting question because we spend a lot of our time traveling and coming to visit, you know, and do conventions and stuff like that. We spend so much of our time. And like yesterday we had an amazing day in New York, which we would never have had probably if we weren't coming here. I'd probably be gardening.
Like if you weren't an actress, what do you think you'd be?
Oh, if I wasn't an actress.
No. I that's not what he. I mean, he said if you weren't Rowena, but I'm just following up on it.
Celebrity psychologist.
Okay. That's great. You'd be great at that.
No, I was always interested in psychology, which is kind of part of acting anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't Chuck, my life would be very different because, yeah, this has been such a huge part of our life for the last 15 years, and it's created all these other offshoots for all of us, and all these opportunities, which, you know, I'm so grateful for, truly, and, you know, we don't take any of it for granted, that's for sure. So yeah, my life would be different. I don't know, you know, what, I would hope that I just would have worked and, you know, and kept working as an actor. That's always my goal, is just to keep working. And if I wasn't an actor at all, I don't know, I'd probably be maybe teaching.
Yeah, you'd be a good teacher.
Yeah, I think it's weird, but I almost like to be like a high school teacher.
Yeah, you'd be a good high school. You're so good with
Teens.
teens.
Because I speak the language of the kids.
He's very patient with teenagers.
And I say that just because I've got a teenager right now.
Yeah, he's very teenager.
It's tricky.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be a psychologist.
Be great, celebrity psychologist.
Or I feel like I always wanted to be a businesswoman. I didn't know what that meant, but like, you know when you see movies when you're young and there's like this high-powered businesswoman? So when Rowena had to be like a career woman, I totally identified with that really quickly. I didn't, you know what I mean? She doesn't really know what that means either, I don't think. It's like somehow, somebody in a fancy business suit, bossing people around. Does that sound like, that sounds like fun? Sounds like good? What about you? What do you do?
Me?
Yeah.
I work with kids.
You do?
Oh.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to become a cop right now, though.
Oh, that's awesome.
To be a state trooper.
Good for you, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, if you become a state trooper and you pull me over, just be not. I'm sorry, officer. I did not know. I didn't see that sign there. I thought speed limit was 90.
God gets a pass.
God gets a pass.
Yeah. You just made friends with the right person.
You live in New Jersey?
No, New York.
New York. Okay.
Upstate New York.
Note to self.
Could you say Fergus for me?
If I had $1, a couple $100. Asparagus. The Winchesters asparagus.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Benedict and Ruth.
You're so freaking adorable. What's that?
Put on your glasses.
They're right back here.
What the hell?
I don't really need them for the panel.
Yeah, dude, the glasses are dope. Anyway, now they're all getting the glasses back, I can tell you.
Yeah, you can talk to me now. See, look, it's me.
Intermission.
No.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Go high, Greg.
it's fine, bro.
Are you ready? Here we go.